What's up, guys? Today I've got a very special video for you guys. If you can't already tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, today I'll be doing a review on the YoYoFactory Space Cadet. So just a quick heads up so you guys all know, I didn't get paid to review this yo-yo. No one paid me to review it, no one sent it to me. I bought this with my own money, so if there's something wrong with the yo-yo or something that I don't like about it, I won't hesitate to tell you guys. Alright, but there's really nothing else to say, so let's get into the review. Alright, just as a reference for what you guys think about this yo-yo, I'm going to put the specs of this yo-yo on the screen. So first we're going to start with the unboxing experience. So you get this yo-yo in a really nice plastic container, and I'm really happy about that. I'm glad they didn't use like a cardboard one because that just feels cheaper, and the plastic one is new and it looks really nice. As usual with any of these plastic ones, it's got a little spot to hang up the yo-yo on a wall. I don't really do that kind of stuff, but it's nice. When you open up the plastic boxing, you just got the yo-yo on one side, and then on the other side you got a little box with a string in it, and that's about it for the unboxing experience. Alright, so next up, when we unscrew the yo-yo, we've just got a standard center track bearing, standard response pads, and a short axle. Alright, so let's just get a quick view of what the yo-yo has and what the outside of it looks like. So on each of the cups, it's got this little space dude. It's really awesome. It looks really cool. I love the graphic design, and it just looks really nice. Then some really cool font. It says Space Cadet below that, and it's mostly the same on both sides, except on one side it says Space Cadet, and the other side it says YoYoFactory, and then just some small numbers about the batch number and all of that. And also, you'll notice while we're on the cup that it's got this really nice little area for a finger spin, and I'll talk more about it in the grind section, but it works really well. That's about it for the cup. Then you look over to the shape, and the first thing you'll obviously notice is those gold bimetal rings. So these rings are really nice and shiny. I have the gold edition, so it looks really nice, and overall I just really like how it looks. The shape of this yo-yo is definitely an H shape, but it is kind of interesting because it's a little bit more rounded. So you can feel where the bimetal design splits off to the aluminum design, but there's really no steep inclines. So on the screen right now, I'll put a picture of a yo-yo that has some steep inclines down, but this one's a little bit more rounded, a little bit different of a shape, but it's really nice. Walls are super low, so there's a bunch of great things that come with that. But overall, the appearance of this yo-yo is really dope, so I really like it. Okay, so now that we got all that stuff out of the way, let's talk about how this yo-yo feels and what it's like on the string and what it's good for, because I know that's what you guys all are interested in. Alright, so on the string, this yo-yo is really, really cool. So the weight distribution feels super solid, and the yo-yo plays very solid. And I think this is mostly due to those bimetal rims that add a little bit more weight and a little bit more stability to the yo-yo. In addition, this yo-yo is pretty nimble on the string, I've noticed. So when I'm doing my tricks, it just feels pretty nimble in general. I can change direction really easily, and it overall just feels really powerful. So as usual, fast tricks is really easy with this yo-yo. You can move around really quickly and won't get off axis or anything. Horizontal is really great because of those low walls. And then when it comes to slacks and whips, here's where I have my one little thing that I would complain about this yo-yo with. So in general, this yo-yo feels to me, it may not be the same for everyone else, but this yo-yo just feels kind of thin. When we're talking about thinness, I just feel like this area is just kind of thin. Going on to the topic of whips, slacks, and all that stuff, this yo-yo is very good for them, but it's just a little bit more difficult with this yo-yo. But yeah, that'd be my only thing that I don't like about it. So overall, this yo-yo just cruises through everything. It can handle really long tricks. It spins very powerfully and for a very long time, so I really like that. Now let's move over to the topic of grinds. The finish on this yo-yo is very, very nice. It's really good feeling. Everything works really well. So finger grinds are very good. Palm grinds are actually very good because the bimetal rims don't really touch your hand that much. And next, thumb grinds, they really lock in. There's a little slot right there. I'll get a close-up on the screen of what it looks like. And finally, finger spins are, they're flawless. They're amazing. It just kind of guides your finger into that middle section, and once you get into a finger spin, it spins for a very long time. I would definitely compare this up with the Skyba. It's that good, so I was really pleased with the finger spins. They're very easy to do, and I was really impressed with that. Okay, so when we're talking about value for price, so this yo-yo is $100, but as you all know, I got it for $50 because I bought this yo-yo when it was in the summer sale. So just talking about the value for price, I'd say $100 is a little bit expensive for this yo-yo. I'd range it more in the 70s. So overall, I feel like the value for price is pretty good. You're getting a lot with this yo-yo. It's very good for competition, I would say, and it just cruises through any of your tricks. It's really interesting. It's super solid of a throw, and it just feels really great while you're playing with it. So overall, I'd say the value is a little bit high. If any of you guys get this yo-yo, you'll be really impressed with it just like I am. Alright, so I think I'm going to end my video there. Thank you all so much for watching my video. If you did enjoy, please leave a like, and that is much appreciated. In addition, I know that you guys have been missing the poll, so at the very beginning of this video, there's a poll. So I suggest you click up there and vote in this poll, because I've got a bunch of videos that I'd like you guys to consider. Also, I know you guys are going to want some comparisons with the Space Cadet because it's very comparable to like the Edge and the Shutter. So if you guys want comparisons down below, leave them in the comments and I'll take a look at them. In addition, if you guys have any comments on the tricks that I'm doing or any questions whatsoever, leave them down below in the comment section and I'll get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can. Finally, if you guys are new to my channel and you haven't seen my content before, it'd be awesome if you could subscribe so you can get notified whenever I make new videos for you guys to watch. Alright, so thank you guys all so much for watching. That is it for my video and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace. This will be a second.
A few moments later.